Hi, ambitious mamas. It's Lisa Brincat here. Today I'm with Natalie Gwin. Hi, Natalie. Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
I'd love for you just to share to start with what it is that keeps you busy.
Well, thank you for having me. Some of the things that keep me busy are real estate, helping people with the biggest purchase and sales, money exchanges of their lives. It's really a fun job and an intense job, but I really enjoy it. And then also, I just had a little boy, my first baby, 5 months ago.
Oh,
And
wow.
so that
Congratulations.
the rest of the time.
Yep. And we had a little conversation before about the expectations that we put on ourselves sort of before we have children and after we have children and the reality of that. So tell me a little bit about how your strategy for your business has sort of shifted a little bit in the last 5 months as you're starting to kind of ease into, which I think is never easy, by the way.
Lost you here for a second. Okay, I lost you there for a second, but I think I got the whole question.
Yep.
So I used to go out all the time. I was very social. I mean, you would hardly find me at home. I was going to networking events. I was going to just have coffee with, a plethora of people, just anything that I got invited to, my answer was yes, right?
Yep.
And that's how I got all of my business. I met people, and it's really easy to gain business in person with people socializing like that. So after I had my little boy, I realized that my life had changed drastically, and my priorities had changed, and going out like that was not going to be something that I was going to be doing any longer. So I had to figure out how I was going to stay in business. So I began thinking of ways that I could be social online, things that I could do from home.
Right.
So that looks like Facebook groups right now.
Yeah, yeah. But one of the things you also said, which I think is really insightful actually, is that you still connect with them often face to face, like what we're doing now, but reach out and make that connection, from that Facebook group.
I still get out face to face. I still meet with people for coffee or for laps around the park, or I meet them at their home, to look at it, to evaluate it for market. But my outings are much more purposeful now. They're much shorter, to the point, but in a very good way. I realized that I could still do business by not going out all the time, but having much more purposeful outings. So when I do meet with people, it's just kind of like a straight to business kind of thing, but it's still in person, but it's more like prospecting before you meet them.
Yeah.
There's a real purpose to it, and it really it slimmed down, a lot of the excess there.
Excellent. And you've also partnered with somebody to sort of share the load a little bit.
Yeah, and it's definitely been helpful. I have a lady who works in my office, and she has been a realtor for 20 years. This is my second year being a realtor, and so she has brought a lot to the table, and we kind of tackle things. So one of us will have a lead, and we can go together, go either or. And then we can handle all the little details, however best fits us. So that's been a really helpful thing this year, is partnering up like that.
Oh, that's fabulous. I actually think it's, as you know, from the fact that I have a partner, Ellie, we find it just so beneficial to bounce off each other, to know that the other person's got your back when you really need them, if somebody's sick or any of those sorts of things. So it's really great. Now, we talked a little bit about the fact that this group, the Ambitious Mamas group, came about from I suppose connecting with people that do have an internal drive or a sense of ambition about what they want to achieve. And I'd just love for you to perhaps share some of the things that inspire you or help keep you motivated in your life?
Yeah. I have this desire to not worry about money. I want to be able to retire and not be worried about that. I also want to be able to not work until a typical retirement age. I want to retire early. I want to go enjoy my life. So a lot of the motivation for me is to tackle things now and to go hard, and to accomplish my goals so that I can quickly get on to living my life. I wanted to be born, like an heiress, but it just didn't happen.
Well, I think you've probably done the next best thing, which is being passionate about what you do for work. It's really evident talking to you that you really have a fire for what you do, and I think you best said it when you connected it to the fact that it's somebody's biggest life decision, and one of the things that essentially sets the tone of their family often for 20 or 30 years. So, I think that's an amazing thing to be able to facilitate that for people.
Yeah, it's huge. It's pretty wild because you see people at their absolute worst because it's such an emotional thing with people, and it's really fun. I really enjoy it. I play therapist a lot, but it's fun.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing a little bit about what's going on for you and your journey as an ambitious mama. And I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.